Good afternoon, guys. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to give you a quick rundown of what it costs to live full-time in a motorhome in the UK. So let's crack on, shall we? Right. Got my book. I've been writing some things down. So I'm going to break these down into like 4 categories, really. And before we start, there are going to be bills other than these that are not relevant to any of you. They're just relevant to me. That's why I haven't included them. But this is like the basics of what I pay every month to run the motorhome, and every year and things like that. So first category would be the major costs. Clearly that's going to be buying a motorhome or a van, and then you've got to convert it or modify it to your specification. So my motorhome cost me £18,000. I've done quite a fair few £1,000s worth of modifications, probably about, I don't know, £5,000 to £7,000 worth of modifications, because I've got the solar, which is a video on my channel of that. I've done various modifications, and I haven't done them myself, so there's a lot of labour costs in that. So that's going to be different for everyone. Buying a motorhome, a camper van, a van, converting it, modifying it to your thing. So that is your costs. Everyone's is going to be different. So that's the first one, major costs. The second one will be monthly costs, what it costs to run and live in the motorhome full time every month. So, and again, these are my bills. Everyone's going to be different, so take them with a pinch of salt. But everyone wants to know, so let's crack on, shall we? So we've got road tax. Road tax cost me about, I've rounded these up not to the penny, so they're just to the pound. So road tax cost me £22 a month. Fuel, I usually budget between £90 and £140 a month, depending on what I'm doing, if I'm going to go anywhere. I know I get about 28 to 30 miles to the gallon out of my motorhome. So if I'm going to go somewhere to do a meet-up or go to a festival or something like that, and I know I'm going to be going a lot of miles that month, then I'll just adjust it. So yeah, about £90 to £140 a month. LPG, I do about I put aside £40 a month for LPG. Now in the summer months, barely touch that. You might touch 15-20 quid of that, but I put that aside because then in the winter months I've got a bit of a stockpile, because I just keep it stockpiled up, pay £40 a month, put it in a little pot, and then when it comes to winter I can cane the heating 24/7, Bahama weather in here, shorts, t-shirt, so you're going to pay it at some point. You're either going to save it now, ready for the winter, or when the winter comes you're going to go to £60 a month or something like that. So I'd just rather do £40 a month and then just build that kitty up. It's not a problem. Laundry, when I'm not, I budget about £25 a month, £30 a month for that. Yeah, £25 a month. So that's a few washes at the laundrette. If I am swinging past a friend's or my family's, then I might chuck a load in. So I don't, again, that builds up a little bit sometimes. If I do a load at a friend's or my family's, then obviously I haven't used the money, so then because I've got the tablets, I've got the liquid, all I've got to do is chuck it in a machine somewhere. Yeah, if it builds up, then again that builds up, and then if some months I have to do 4 or 5 loads of washing, then the money's there. Mobile and Wi-Fi. Obviously my mobile phone, that everyone's got a mobile phone, that's not essential to run in the motorhome, but I have that, and that's £20 a month, and my Wi-Fi is £20 a month, so that's £40 a month combined, and that runs like my Alexa, my I've muted it so she don't answer. It might be answering for all you lot now. Yeah, so that does my CCTV system, all my Wi-Fi, everything. It's all unlimited, both my mobile and the Wi-Fi is unlimited. So I've done a video on Wi-Fi and internet on the road in my channel, so you can click that if you want to have a look at that in more detail. Food, this is very different for everyone. I obviously, as you can, you wouldn't be able to tell, but I do like a bit of food. Not just a lettuce leaf, I am not a vegan, so there is no vegan costs included in this budget. I am hardcore meat eater, bacon all the way. bacon for the win. So food, £120 a month. I budget. I mean, sometimes it might go up and down. Again, these are all flexible costs. Netflix and Amazon Music is a combined of £25 a month. And my motorhome insurance for the year is £635. So if you want to break that down by 12 equal costs, 12 monthly costs, payments, that's like £53 a month. I just pay it in one lump, and that also includes breakdown cover and a guaranteed valuation. So on the low end of the monthly cost, if I have the low end of fuel, it's £415 per month. On the high end with the extra fuel, it's £465 per month. Now, again, these can fluctuate. These go up and down. If I have to, if I go buy 2 fillet steaks, then that's going to be a lot of the budget gone. But I mean, I don't really eat, contrary to your belief, I don't really eat loads. So yeah, but about between £400 and £500 is your monthly costs. Is my monthly costs. Next, we've got the third category, which is maintenance. Now, I've got to have MOT every year, which is about £50. Where I go, the majority of places, I've had it a few places, done it a few places, and it's about 50 quid. Then you got service. I get a service and an oil change, the oil filter and an oil change, because I'm not, I'll just do that every year. I'm not worried about that. I'm not going to do that. I check the oil regularly every couple of weeks, make sure it's on the level, and if it needs changing or topping up, I will. But service and oil filters and all that change costs about £180 for the motorhome. Tyres. Last year I bought some Michelin camping tyres, and they were about 115, 120 pound per tyre. This year I've worn them out already. I've got about 11,000 miles out of them. And this year I've gone just testing them out. I've got some budget ones. They're all rated for the motorhome, but they were about £65 a tyre. So I had 2 new tyres, so things like that pop up. Habitation check, so make sure you've got no damp, and check all your appliances, check your gas, check your fridge, check your lights, your power, all your system, and that's about £150 for the check, which I've now moved to every 18 months because I'm living in it full time. I see any problems that arise there and then, give or take a couple of days. So I don't need the habitation check that as often. So every 18 months would be fine for me. Some people might want to do it longer than that, or every 12 months. It's entirely up to you. But I do recommend getting one every now and again, just to make sure in the backs of the cupboards there's no damp or anything like that. Right, now, random costs. Faults and breakdowns. Now, touch wood. I haven't had any breakdowns. I have had a few electrical faults. First one, I was indicating, and the outside was with the vehicle, not the motorhome. Both electrical faults. It looked like a Christmas tree lighting up. So the first problem cost me about £90 by an auto electrician. Second problem, the whole steering wheel had to come off, and everything had to come out that way. That cost me about £250. Again, auto electrician. Find a good auto electrician that you can get on with. They're worth their weight in gold. They are expensive, but electrics, I hate electrics. I'm not going to deal with electrics. I had a water pump leak, just a minor leak. When I took it down to Chris, I think that was about 50 quid to fix. Apart from that, I haven't had any other incidences, which is good. I mean, if there's anything it needs doing, like if it goes for a service and it needs anything, it gets it. Yeah, whatever it needs, it will get straight away. So I just had an MOT, and they said that there's a bit of wear on a brake disc. So both the brake discs will be done this year. I'll get all new brake discs and pads, or whatever I need, because I rely on this vehicle so much. I don't want to wait and wait and wait and wait. I want to get things done if I can, there and then, done and dusted. So the only other thing I would say for money and costs and things would be, I know I've already done major costs, but this would probably be emergency costs, would you say? Me personally, I would have at least a minimum of £1,000 sitting there, never to be touched, unless only for a vehicle problem. You know, bar an engine blowing up and needing a new engine rebuild, most niggly little problems can be fixed with £1,000. I'm not trying to say everyone needs £1,000. I'm not trying to say, you know, some people haven't got £1,000. I'm not saying that at all. So that you need this, you need that. You know, these are the costs you have to have, and this is the money you need. Build it up over time. You know, it's not, you don't need it day one. If you can, then great. But you do need someone reserved for a situation that I think eventually will happen. So yeah, that's basically it. If something does happen, you need a plan B, and the way to any plan B needs money. So you need to have some money set aside to implement a plan B, whatever plan B is going to be. Get it fixed in as quick as possible time frame, or while it's getting fixed for a couple of days, you're in a hotel, or you're crashing on at friends and you hire a car, or you're getting taxis. So because obviously I go to work every day. I work full-time as a truck driver, so I still need to get to work, unless it was really bad and I might be able to get some emergency holiday or something like that, or swap shifts. I need to go to work, so taxis, rent a car, something like that would have to be sorted. But apart from that, unless there's anything else I forgot, I mean, like I say, I've got other bills that are not on here, which are not relevant to any of you lot, so, and not relevant to the motorhome. I've got, you know, the main cost is getting your van or getting your motorhome, and however you get it that way. Some people, you know, save up and buy it cash. I had some cash, and then I went and got a bank loan, so I pay that as well every month, but that again is totally personal to me, so it's not necessary on this list. But that is a bill that, you know, you need. Obviously none of the rest of these make any sense if you haven't got the van or the motorhome. But there's no other costs than that, really. I don't think I've missed anything. Road tax, fuel, LPG, laundry, Wi-Fi, food, entertainment, and insurance. And then you've got your maintenance. So yeah, monthly costs between £400 and £500 a month to keep the motorhome running sweet. And then you put money aside for your other things, for your maintenance, and then have a little kitty aside ready for any random problems and things that occur. So if you've got any questions about any of that, drop them in the comments below. Feel free to ask what you want, and I'll see if I can help you with whatever you're asking. I'm sure I'll be able to answer it somehow or another. If you've got any ideas for new videos or anything else you want to see, then drop them in the comments below. And apart from that, sorry it's taken a while to get a few videos out, guys. I've been quite busy, as I said in my last video, which was a live one. Going to get this one out to you for this weekend, and then get them back rolling. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed that one, guys. I hope it's been helpful, and I will catch you in the next one. Take it easy. Bye.